So today's fun-filled events. We're doing every minute on the minute, and we're going to do four rounds of this. So a total of 24 minutes. The reps go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we're just kind of do a different exercise with those reps. So the first one is 5 plank walkouts. And what that looks like is just in a push-up position or a plank position. And you're going to hold strong and walk your hands out as far as you can. And then walk your hands in under your chest. So you're walking out and walking in. Again, you can do what you want with those, make it as challenging as you want. The farther you walk, the harder it gets. 10 forward lunges. You can do that in any way you want. It's probably with the goblet hold would be easiest. Just holding the weight here, stepping forward, tapping your knee to the floor, and coming back. You can alternate those or do all 10 on one side, whatever you choose. Push up to side plank. Again, we're in that push up position. We're doing 15, so we're going to do 15 push-ups. That means, the side plank just kind of goes along with that. You'll only go to one side, so you'll end up with one extra side plank on one side. So you do the push-up, and then push right to a side plank where you stack your shoulders up. Push up, other side plank. Okay, so just try to remember which side you started on and start on the other side the next time. A goblet squat for 20, 2-hand row. You can either do that with kettlebell, so maybe the same weight that you use for the goblet squat. You hinge at your hips, and you're holding the weight here. We're just doing a 2-hand row so that your hands will be right next to each other, pulling those elbows up to the ceiling. You can also do the same with a band and stretch a band between your feet. Pull that band up, elbows towards the ceiling. So it's a lot of reps on that one, so the weight doesn't have to be super high. It's also going to be 2 hands, so it's not like you're rowing with one hand. And the last one, 30 jumping jacks. All right, so I'll talk you through it as we go along. At the top of every minute, we're doing 5 plank walkouts, 10 forward lunges, 15 push-ups to side plank, 20 goblet squats, 25 2-hand rows, and 30 jumping jacks. So we just kind of count up. Again, we're doing it 4 times through, and we'll have about a 24-minute workout there. Okay? All right, with that, let's go ahead and roll out. By the way, on the 2-hand row, if you have a dumbbell, you can hold the sides of the dumbbell and pull in here. Always pulling your shoulder blades together. The nice squeeze at the top. That's for the row. So we're jumping on the roller. Good morning, Carol. Nice to see you jumping on. Okay, let's find yourself at your hips. So just rolling in between your waistband and your butt bone here. We'll do one side at a time. Workout number 89 this morning, by the way, for anybody who's counting. It's kind of gotten out of control. Thought we were going to be able to open officially yesterday, but turns out that didn't happen. Cross your other leg, turn to the other side here. Again, I'm kind of walking everybody through a roll here, but if you find something or if you know of something that you need more of that we don't touch on, stay there, like do what you got to do here. All right, we're going to roll over. We're going to get the front of your legs. So we're just rolling your quads out here. You can roll one at a time. That way you can get all the way up to your hip flexor. Also think about not just rolling forward and backward, but also shifting side to side. Switch to the other leg if you haven't already. And good. Let's go ahead and lay down on your side. Bringing one knee up, popping it on top of the roller, and then pushing that roller away from you, just by kind of turning your hips on the floor. You can leave your hips on the floor here, just splitting your leg into thirds. So roll that third of your leg that's closest to your knee, then move it towards your midline, roll a little bit, and finally close to your midline. And switch to the other side. All right, stay on the ground here. Keep the roller nearby though. So we're just gonna bend your knees, put your feet flat. Let's push your heels up towards the ceiling. So we're making your belly strong. From there, we're gonna go floor slide. So we're trying to keep that back from rounding or arching up as you go. So let's slide for about 20 seconds here. Five seconds. And good. Let's go fingertips up to the ceiling. Knees bent at 90 degrees. So your shins should be kind of like a bench here. All right, you're gonna reach back with opposites. So right hand goes back, left leg reaches out, and come back to the middle. So this is just a dead bug. We're trying to keep your spine neutral as you do this, meaning, you can have a little arch, but we want that arch to stay the same even as you reach. So as you reach, you shouldn't feel that arch starting to open up, get bigger. Let's go 10 more seconds. Just alternating each side here. And good. From there, putting one heel down onto the ground, keep your other knee in close to your chest. We're just gonna push up and hold. So with the hold, you get a good chance to feel your cheek doing the work. Always double checking, making sure you're not doing like a low back crunch. You don't want to arch your ribs and your belly button up towards the ceiling. Just your heel pushing down through the floor. Should start to feel a little bit of fatigue in your butt cheek, whichever heel is on the ground. 5 more seconds. And relax. Let's go to the other side. Pressing one heel down into the floor, lifting up. Try to keep yourself centered. Don't let yourself shift off to one side or another. That's another thing to think about here. This is a good way to also check for, like, if your hamstring starts to cramp, it probably means that your hamstring's trying to do a little bit too much work. So we want your cheek to be doing the work. So think about pushing your heel through the floor more, or putting a little bit of forward pressure on your foot, meaning like you're trying to slide your foot away from you. And relax. Good, let's come up to one knee. You can join me here. All right, so we're up on a knee. Let's get a hip flexor stretch here. So we're stretching whatever knee is on the ground. I'm gonna stretch the front of that leg. Staying tall, keep your tailbone tucked under. Once we get there, hands are gonna come up behind your head. Make sure you're staying tall, not pulling your head down and forward. But from here, you're gonna keep your elbows pointing straight away from each other. You're gonna rotate and come back to the middle. You're gonna rotate, turn into your front leg. So you're gonna turn toward the side that's up. Trying to keep those elbows pointing straight away from each other. Five more seconds. And relax. Let's go to the other side. We'll find our stretch first. So again, keeping your tailbone tucked. The more you tuck under, the more you'll feel that stretch down the front of your leg. And let's go hands up behind the head. And rotate. Staying tall. Each time you come back to the middle, check in, make sure you still have your hip flexor stretch. Last time. And good. From there, let's take your hands to the floor. Or you can use your roller underneath you. We're just going to go back and forth, cycling between bent front leg and straightened front leg. So we're straightening that leg, bending your leg, just starting to get a stretch on that hamstring. Last part of this, before you move your foot, we'll go, you're going to kind of hold your heel down. So my left leg is forward. I'm going to take my left hand, hold my heel down, press down onto the right, or onto my foot, and then I'm moving my knee forward and back. So we're just working on a little ankle mobility here. A lot of times in goblet squats, ankle mobility is what jams people up the most. So we're just reaching forward here, trying to keep your heel down on the ground. So you're going to kind of pin it there with your hand, and you move your knee out over your toes. And relax. Let's switch sides. So we repeat that process, hands to the floor or to the roller. Just straighten that front leg and bend. So here we're looking to stretch the back of your front leg. You can also let your heel drop down in the back for a calf stretch. All right, let's grab your ankle. So you're sort of pinning your ankle to the ground, and we lunge forward. So think about big movement at your ankle joint here. You're trying to keep your heel down on the ground and get that big forward lean with your shin. It's not just a stretch. We want to make sure we're going through the range of motion as well. And relax. All right, last one here. Feet are going to go wide. Just using this as our groin stretch as well. So we're going to work down to one side and work to the other. So go at your pace here. You're going to go about 30 seconds back and forth. Should start to feel your hips opening up. Legs getting ready to work. Ten more seconds. And relax. Okay, just to review that plank walkout, we're in a push-up position. You're gonna leave your toes where they are, walk your hands out as far as you can, and come back in. Make sure you keep control of your low back. The farther you walk your hands out, the tougher it gets, but also the longer it takes. So remember, we're every minute on the minute. The first exercise is 5 plank walkouts. Okay, so we'll start in that push-up position. We'll get going in 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So you've got the full minute. Walking back to a push-up position only, so it's not an inchworm. So the push-up is like the rest position. Then you're going to walk your hands out in front of you farther. As you're walking out, try not to tilt your hips from side to side. "15 seconds left. Okay, the next one is a forward lunge. We're just taking that step forward. You can alternate these or do all 10 on one side. Okay, 2 seconds, 1, and here we go. So we're doing 10 each here. "25 seconds left. The push-up to side plank is next. 10 seconds. So push-up, then we're turning into the side plank. Remember, we're counting push-ups, not side planks here. Okay, so here we go. 1 minute to do 15 push-ups with the side plank. "25 seconds left. To modify these, do the push-up with your knees on the ground. If push-ups are totally out, just go for the side plank. All right, goblet squats in 5 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. 20 goblet squats. Thirty seconds left. Fifteen seconds till the two-hand row. Remember, you're either using a band or you can use the weight that you use for goblet squat. Just pulling that weight into your belly button. In 2, 1, here we go. 25 two-hand rows. Thirty seconds to rest. 30 seconds left. I don't know if you're done yet. 30 jumping jacks are next. 10 seconds. Okay, jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1. Here we go for 30. Thirty seconds remaining. Wrapping up round 1. Going back up to the top for the plank walkout. 15 seconds, 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Plank walkout. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, we're doing 5 of these. Try to keep your hips fixed. Twenty-five seconds. Got 10 forward lunges next. Ten seconds. All right, 10 forward lunges each side, and 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, you can hold the weight how you want to, whether it's up or down. Halfway there, 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. Push up to side plank is next. Remember, you can modify the push-up as you need to. 3 seconds, 2, 1, here we go. Thirty seconds left. Fifteen seconds. All right, 20 goblet squats in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Halfway there. $25 two-hand rows are next. 10 seconds remaining. Okay, two-hand rows in 2, 1. Here we go. Just pulling that weight right into your belly button. Making sure your hips are doing the work of holding you up, not your low back. $25 seconds left. Halfway through here. Back up to the top for 5 plank walkouts. Oh no, just kidding. You have to do 30 jumping jacks, sorry. Got your hopes up. Okay, jumping jacks, 30 in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Thirty seconds left. Now we're back up to the top. Okay, 5 plank walkouts for round 3 of 4. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, here we go. As you get tired here, I'll take a little bit of butt a little too far in the air instead of butt a little too close to the ground. You're better off being a little bit piked up rather than letting your hips drop and putting that pressure on your low back. Halfway there, 30 seconds. Jeez. Take your rest. You clean during your rest time. 15 seconds. We're doing the 10 forward lunges each side. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Halfway there. Fifteen seconds. Push up to side plank is next. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up to side plank times 15. Thirty seconds. Fifteen seconds. 20 goblet squats are next. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Thirty seconds left. 20 seconds left. Got 25 two-hand rows coming up next in 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Two-hand row for 25. 30 seconds left. Jumping jacks are next. All right, 30 jumping jacks in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Thirty seconds. Back up to the top one more time. Last 6 minutes of work here. Okay, Plank walkout in 5 seconds. Remember, we're doing 5. And here we go, last round. Really focusing on keeping those hips locked right in the middle. Try to keep your chin away from the floor. You shouldn't be looking back towards your feet. Think about keeping the back of your head up towards the ceiling. All right, 10 forward lunges. Coming up in 20 seconds. Five seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Thirty seconds. Fifteen push-ups to side plank in 15 seconds. Oh, 3 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. 15 to side plank. Twenty-five seconds left. Ten seconds till 20 goblet squats. 5 seconds. Let's have a good finish here. Ready? And go. Last time we're doing these today. Halfway. Fifteen seconds left. 25 two-hand rows are next. 5 seconds. Last 2 sets. Ready? Here we go. Twenty seconds left. 30 jumping jacks are the last set of the day. All right. In 3, 2, 1, 30 jumping jacks. Here we go. To finish up. All right. 15 seconds left, then we'll catch our breath a little bit. Three, 2, 1, and relax. All right. Tough one on a Friday. You can either stay standing, take a seat, lie down on your back, whatever way helps you catch your breath the best. Staying up nice and tall. Taking a second just to appreciate some hard work this morning. Give yourself a pat on the back. Know that you're set up for a good day already. As you feel your heart rate recovering, coming back down. Starting to match your breath with your heart rate. Again, we're looking for that 50 beat recovery within the first minute. So that's pretty significant. It's really kind of a sign of conditioning where if your heart can come up and down, heart rate can come up and back, right back down, especially after a long session like that, you're in pretty good condition. So if we're somewhere between 30 and 40, that's pretty good. Somewhere between 40 and 50 is excellent. All right, if you're seated, let's move to standing. If you're lying on your back, let's move to seated. We're just moving up a step. So if your heart rate has come down, you can start to move to breathing with seconds rather than heartbeats. So think of 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. As you take that breath in, think about filling every direction, right? Don't just push your belly out. Want to move your ribs out to the side, even breathing down into your lower back. Trying to use all that space that's available for you. Let's take 3 more breaths. Man, I'm gonna need a mop down here. That was tough. Okay, so great work this morning, gang, and have an awesome day. We'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. So, okay, have a great day. Thanks, guys.